Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. I'm your host tonight, Tim Brzakala. I'm joined by none other than Nicholas Twohig. Nick, remember when Rocky was in Fandom?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. We're here for a fun one. We got Abel, whose last name I still can't say despite Nick sending me the pronunciation. So I'm going to give it my best without Nick helping. Abel De Leeuw.
You said it in the thing.
Yeah, because I was reading a pronunciation as it happened. Was that right? Did I get it right? Abel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then we also have Alex Martinez. Much easier name to say. But both players, great at Fandom, showing their stuff last season, especially in teams. Both of these people having killer teams seasons last year. But great singles records as well. Great matches. And I'm looking forward to it. Nick, what do you think?
Same.
Yeah. Let's get into it with the promos.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude? I wrote down our code.
Don't show it. Yeah, but back in singles. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, and of course they got to throw you. They got to throw you a hard one right off the bat. I have a lot of respect for Alex as a player. Played him twice. So I know what you're up against, but I'm not sure he knows what he's up against because you're really good too, and you and Antonio killed it in teams last year, and I think you're going to kill it this year in teams and singles. So
yes, that's what I'm looking to do. I would also like to add, I also respect Alex as a person.
Yeah, sure, that too. I guess
You just said I was a player.
You know, Alex, as a multiplex admin, it is my duty as also manager to send every other multiplex admin who runs a show $5 to make sure all the fun DMC people get hard matches to start the year, obviously. And that's why we're playing Abel today. But in all honesty, you've been killing it. You played in a title match in your first full season. So look at you go. I'm proud of you. You've been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. I'm excited to see what you do today. Abel's pretty good, but, you know, you're better. So prove it. Manners make a man. That's fine.
Nick, thoughts on the promos other than the fact that Koho's wearing a shirt in honor of me?
Tim, I missed them all. Had the thing muted. Got a phone
Nice.
call. Didn't
Great.
promos. I'm sure they were great.
Yeah, they said stuff. Let's get into it. Nick, how's round number one going to work?
Round number one is going to work like this. We have 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions to begin in round number one?
All good.
Great. Then your first question is going to come in the category of sci-fi cons. Tim doesn't like when I call it that.
No, I don't.
Your question is, what is the last name of the man who becomes RoboCop in 1987's RoboCop?
Cops that are robotic, yay or nay?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? I don't see any danger in that at all.
I feel like there's multiple films even outside of Fandom that show you why that's a bad idea.
Pens down. Yeah, that's true. Let's go to Abel.
Murphy.
And Alex.
Nope, I didn't have it.
Murphy is correct. Alex, your mic is really low volume. I don't know if sounds clear, but it's just really.
Any better?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Very soft.
Yeah. Okay. Your next question. It's going to come in the category of Pixar. In Onward, the spell that begins to fail when Ian lies does what?
You know, Tim, if I was to do a Pixar rewatch and then like reorganize, I think this would land at like 2.
You love this film.
I do. It's very
Big
good. I think it might even jump. Well,
that's fair, man. Honestly, I really like it. I think if I had a brother, I'd probably like it way more. This is where Maggie comes in and goes, "You do have a brother." 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat, Abel.
Repeat from Abel.
Yep.
All right. The question again in the category of Pixar. In Onward, The spell that begins to fail when Ian lies does what? But the dad stuff, I'm always the dad stuff. Like I'm, anytime there's anything dad related in a movie, I just well up and cry like a little baby. But
So you really didn't like Elf?
Elf is a weepy one. 5,
Mm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alex.
Levitate stuff.
And Abel.
I said disguises as the police officer. That's sort of what
That we can take. So disguises themselves, but yes, it is as a police officer. So
I didn't know how to phrase it. So yeah, I'm real specific.
all right, Nick.
Your third question will come in the category of the MCU. The question is, who plays the Eternal Ajak in Eternals? I don't have a beverage, Tim. I was very rushing last minute to get here.
That's okay. I'm drinking a stout.
I love stouts.
It's called Road Slush. It's from a brewery in Wisconsin.
Mm. I like it with a lot of foam now.
5, 4, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Abel.
Selma Hayek.
And Alex.
Selma Hayek.
Salma Hayek is correct. All right, your next question is going to be in the category of fandom quotes. Which Wizarding World film features the quote, "The spiders, they want me to tap dance, and I don't want to tap dance"? Have you ever gone tap dancing?
Have I ever gone tap dancing? Like it's a Friday night, and I'm like, let's go tap dancing.
Let's get some shoes and just go for it, man. Yeah.
No, I can't say I've done that.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Really? Is it fun? Would you recommend?
4, no. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alex.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
And Abel.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban is correct.
All right, as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. Your question is, in 1968's Planet of the Apes, who does Taylor pick out of a crowd only to realize the apes had already experimented on him?
So Maggie and I watched Prisoner of Azkaban the other night, and during that, I was laughing because during that scene with the spiders, they want me to tap dance. Maggie goes, "This would be you. This is you. It's you. You wake up in the middle of the night and you have terrifying dreams
About spiders forcing you to tap dance?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. You tell those spiders, Ron. Let's go to Abel.
No, it's the other guy, but I can't remember his name.
Alex.
Landon
is correct.
Nice.
All right. Your next question is in the category of horror icons. In New Nightmare, the man who tells Heather that his favorite Nightmare film was the original had what profession?
Did you hear that?
Did you crack your neck? I did that earlier today.
I do it every couple minutes.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I'm falling apart.
How's your back doing?
Better, but
Good. Your cough?
better, but
Better is good. Better is good. 5,
eh.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Alex
TV host.
and Abel.
I said cameraman.
Both incorrect. We're looking for driver, the limo driver. So, Nick, what is next?
Your next question will come in the category of scores and soundtracks. And your question is, what is the name of the song that Maui sings to Moana when she first meets him in Moana?
I saw a video today because all of my reels on Facebook are now stuff about being parent and babies and stuff, and it was these parents giving this little girl a little Moana doll, and then she was so happy, and then I started crying, and I'm like, what a fucking disaster am I, man. Excuse me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hope my next child isn't this rude. Let's go to Abel.
Yeah, The Rock, not the greatest rapper. You're welcome.
And Alex.
By the way, congratulations. You're welcome.
Thank you. 5-4 in favor of Abel. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim. And Tim, I think you should read the next question, as you were going to anyway.
Yeah, okay. Your question is in the category of American Spies. The question is, who plays Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears? I hope you could hear that over the squeaking. Are you just having the time of your life, man? I hope you are. He's just squeaking away. He's having a great time.
Wow.
He was home alone all day today, so I feel a little bad.
That's
5,
cool.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alex.
Ben Affleck.
And Abel.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck is correct.
All right, we'll move to the penultimate question. There are no more perfect rounds. It's in the category of Law and Order. And your question is, which Fandom Law and Order film features an informant named Ice Pick?
Ooh, cool name.
Yeah. Do you remember the game Mad Gab?
Yeah.
I was playing that with some friends when I was in like 4th grade maybe. And the clue was like Ben Affleck, but none of us knew who he was. So my friend was just like, Ben Affleck, because we knew the Affleck commercials. And we were like, no, that's dumb. But then he was right. And we were like, what?
My moment with that is my grandma yelling Chicago Bears really loud for like an hour. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Abel.
I didn't know it, so I said Rush Hour.
And Alex.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Bad Boys 2 is the answer. Bad Boys 2. So we move to the final question of the round.
Shannon's name?
What's that?
Sorry?
Never mind.
The score is 6-5 as we get into the final question. My God, child. Your question's in the category of James Bond. What's the last name of the female oil heiress revealed to be the main villain of The World Is Not Enough? He loves the squeak.
What?
Oh, he just loves the squeaking objects. And you were singing Moana. Is that what you were doing? Make way.
Yeah.
That used to be Koho. He would come on here and be like, make way.
I don't understand this because, like, I also asked my parents this because they also buy my dog lots of things that squeak. Like, why not just buy things that don't squeak?
1 pens down. He loves the squeaking. Let's go to Alex.
Duquesne.
And Abel.
Is it King?
It is King. King is correct. So Abel takes a 2-point lead going into round number 2. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. Let's go ahead. How is it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. We get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down a multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1 and be on the lookout as stealings available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
Oh, on the wheel today is Law and Order, Middle Earth, Jimmy B, Marvel, YA, Star Trek, Star Wars, and DC. Abel, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Alex?
Let's ask Jake.
Yeah, great job so far. No shame missing a Bad Boys 2 question. That movie is ass.
I was asking, was that Michael Shannon's character? But maybe I shouldn't be asking that since, like, it could come up.
With that in mind, we will go second.
Okay. Sounds good.
I like that.
All right, we're bringing in Mr. Koho with the T for Tim. This is going to be
T
the
for
spin
Tim.
for Alex.
I missed something.
It's also a T for Twohig.
I think I missed something.
And it lands on Star Wars. I wonder what you will do.
I suppose we shall take it.
I would hope that you would take this. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Twohig, would you go ahead and give Alex their questions in Star Wars?
Sure, Brzakala. Alex, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Wars?
Sure.
All right, your first question. Which Star Wars film was the second one to feature the planet Dagobah?
Yeah. Return of the Jedi.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Revenge of the Sith, Anakin becomes upset when he is put on the Jedi Council but not made a what?
Master.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Solo, a Star Wars story, Han and Kira kiss for the first time after reuniting in a room filled with what specifically?
Cloaks.
We can accept that for 2 points. That's correct. Capes, I believe it's the same thing. All right. Your penultimate question. Who plays Bodhi Rook in Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
Riz Ahmed.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. In The Force Awakens, who is the only person we see grabbed by a Rathtar and survive?
Finn.
That is correct for 2 more points and a clean sweep of Star Wars.
Oh,
Alex gets their total up to 15.
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, we'll bring back in Mr. Meltzer and the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Abel.
sure.
It lands on the other star, Star Trek.
I think you feel pretty good about this one.
Yeah.
I think there's some stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff I think you want to avoid, and this is in the higher tier of what you're good at. So I would say go for it.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
All right. Abel, I will give you your questions in Star Trek.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, man.
Which Star Trek film features a Klingon Captain Claw who hunts the Enterprise purely for sport?
I will say Star Trek V: The Final Frontier.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who plays the droid B4 in Star Trek Nemesis?
What is his first name?
5, 4, 3.
Brent Spiner.
That is correct for 2 points.
I wasn't sure if it was Brett or Brent. I was so stressed.
I have lost a point in a title match for that exact mistake, so you're good. Your next question, Abel. What are the names of the whales in the voyage home?
George and Gracie.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. In Star Trek 09, Olsen skydives with Kirk and Sulu to the drill and is killed. What position did he have aboard the Enterprise?
I want to say that, but I'm not going to say that. So I'll go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Chief Medical Officer, B, Chief Engineer, C, Navigator, or D, Communications Officer.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to say. So I'll go Navigator.
That is incorrect. Alex, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Chief Medical Officer, B, Chief Engineer, C, Navigator, or D, Communications Officer?
I'll say Chief Engineer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right. And Abel, your final question in Star Trek. In Star Trek The Motion Picture, who does the crew have the Ilea drone follow to try and get through to her memories?
Oh, what's his name? The fucking Stephen Collins guy.
5,
Oh, what's his
4, 3.
Can I get a repeat, please?
That is your second repeat.
That's it.
In Star Trek The Motion Picture, who does the crew have the Ilea drone follow to try and get through to her memories? 5.
Just last name?
That's
Decker.
fine.
Decker.
That is correct for 2 points.
Hold on.
All right. So at the end of round number 2, I have Alex in the lead by 1, 16 to 15. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. Let's get into round number 3. What's going to happen?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round 3? All right. Timmy, take it away.
All right, Nikki. So the first category you can bet points on is sci-fi icons. Let's get bets starting with Alex.
0.
And Abel.
Just the one.
Okay, so if Abel hits this, he'll tie it up. If he misses, he'll be done by 2. Your question in the category of sci-fi icons is, in The Matrix, Thomas Anderson gets a FedEx package at work with what object inside of it? How was your day at work?
It's okay. A lot to do. Rather busy. People were ticking me off, but what are you going to do?
Another day, another Doug. 5, 4,
Good
3,
sick reference, man.
1, pens down. Your references are sick. Let's go to Alex.
A phone.
And Abel.
That's what I thought.
It is a phone. A phone is correct. So Abel ties it up. 16 all. Nick, what's the next category?
Next category you can bet points on is Disney animation.
Let's get bets starting with Abel.
Yeah, 2.
And Alex.
We'll go 1.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
The question is, which Disney animated film features a dinner where one of the main character's friends is nearly served as a meal? Oof. I want someone. Obviously, no one saw what just happened behind the scenes because the thing went whoosh. But I want a manager to come in with like baseball codes, like just no words and just be like,
You mean like Kaleb Koho?
is that what they were doing?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
5.
Because when you were like, are you guys ready? And they were like, yeah. I was like, oh, they must have talked about
1,
it.
pens down. No, they were doing shit the whole time. Let's go to Abel.
The Little Mermaid.
And Alex.
Meet the Robinsons.
The Little Mermaid is correct. So Alex will go down to 15. Abel will go up to 18. It is a 3-point game. Next category you can bet points on is going to be the worlds of DC. All right, let's get bets starting with Alex.
2.
And Abel.
Say.
All right, your question in the worlds of DC. Who plays Hawkman in Black Adam?
You love this one.
I wouldn't say love, but I didn't hate it like everyone else. Like everyone else thinks it's this like abomination of a film.
Yeah, when you go in with like bottom of the barrel expectations,
it's the most average movie I've seen.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just like, oh my God, it's in fandom now. Fuck my life. And I'm like, it's really gonna be okay. There's so many worse movies in fandom, it's not even funny.
But make good points.
In this category, too. 1 pens down. Let's go to Alex.
Aldous Hodge.
And Abel.
It's like just as good as Morbius, Aldous Hodge.
I disagree so much. That is correct. So it is 17 to 20. 2 questions remaining. Nick, what is the next category?
The penultimate category is the Wizarding World.
Let's get bets, starting with Abel.
I went 1.
And Alex.
I went 2.
All right. Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, who has the real case containing the Chillin during the final confrontation with Grindelwald in The Secrets of Dumbledore?
So if both players hit, we'll move on to the next question. If both players miss, the game will be over.
Yeah.
But if Alex can hit and Abel misses, then we will have a tie game, which really shakes things. 5.
Well done.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Abel.
just wasn't sure of this name, but I said Bunty.
And Alex.
I also said Bunty.
Bunty is correct. So Alex gains 2 points, 19 to Abel's 21. So 2-point game, one category remaining. The category you give out points on is Star Trek. Let's get bets, starting with Alex.
2.
And Abel?
2.
All right. Here is your question in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Insurrection, who convinces Gallatin, a.k.a. Galna, to turn on Ruafo?
Good job.
I don't know what I just said.
That's okay.
But I think I said it correctly. I hate this.
You were close.
The only thing that would come out of this movie is a joke that you made in a title match that warmed my soul.
What kind of title?
I believe it was when you won the belt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Sure.
a debate
Three.
title.
Repeat.
Can I repeat, please?
All right. I heard Alex on the repeat first. Your question again.
Okay.
In Star Trek Insurrection, who convinces Gallatin, a.k.a. Galna, to turn on Ruafo? Remember those days back when we played?
Oh God, what a terrible time!
Oh,
Not to discourage anyone out there, like you're doing great.
you're doing a great job, but I got so
Indeed.
sleepy. I was
Yeah.
so sleepy.
Gosh, yes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Alex
Picard.
and Abel.
I mean, that's what I said. So yeah.
And your winner, Abel De Leeuw. The answer was Picard. Both players hitting it. It's a good a guess as any. If you don't the answer, yes,
I would agree.
Yes, Captain Kirk. It's always a good one. Nick, what'd you think of the match? A final score of 23-21.
Honestly, great match, and I think these two play. I didn't get a chance to say much before the match, but going into it, I actually thought these two were really, really evenly matched. They both had great rookie careers, even though Alex's wasn't technically. It was basically a rookie career last year. He played one match at the beginning of. They were both really great. They had great seasons last year. Very similar strengths, I've noticed. Very similar improvements since they both started. I've noticed they both made categories that weren't their strengths previously. They've gotten pretty strong in them. I think they're a very similar type of player. So I think if we play this match again a couple times, it goes the other way. But Abel really just had that little bit of extra juice in there to pull it out. So great match. Fun to watch.
Yeah, let's get into the post-match. We'll start by talking to Alex.
I guess.
Gents, great job. As I said, fantastic match. Incredible to watch all the way to the fifth question. And like I said, I think you and Abel are very similar in strength and skill level. I think this goes either way if you play again. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see you two play again. I feel like you're on very similar paths. With that being said, you didn't come out with the win today, though. I think you showed everyone, not that you haven't showed everyone already, that you're not to be messed with. You're not to be trifled with, Alex. I think you're a very strong competitor in this league. And I think you've got more to show. So how are you feeling about the match and your future in Fandom Fights?
Good. When you get like swamped with like 4 or 5 matches and you're like, I gotta prioritize. It's one of you's gonna take a hit. I listed. Abel's I should have said it in the promo before. Abel's a great player. I do respect him. He's so handsome, right? He's so hunky. And we are very similar as players. And I don't like losing, but I'll eat this one. It was really close, and we got some good points out of it. I hope people like the match.
Definitely. I think this is definitely one where we're tapping the rust off the boots a little bit, getting back into the swing of things. And I think that I think round one is an area we're going to shore up a little bit. Just the more we play, the more you get into the swing of things, the more you hear the questions and the way the writers phrase things, the more you get used to playing. We'll be better at round one. I think we came alive in the second round and the third round, and Alex put together a really strong game. It just came short by 2 points. There's not much you can do when it's a 2-point game. So I will put up a good one, but we'll get you in the rematch.
Absolutely. Yeah, Alex, like I said, you've challenged for a belt already in this league. You've definitely accomplished some things, and I think you have more to accomplish. So congratulations on a well-played match, and we'll see you in the next one for sure as we bring in our winner today, Abel De Leeuw. I taught him how to say the name. Congratulations on the win. It was a good one. It was a well-earned one. Definitely sweating most of the time, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Sometimes where maybe you could have put it away and didn't. Other players would freak out at that moment. You sort of kept your head on straight and got the job done. So, Abel, how are you feeling about the win today?
Well, really good, because there were multiple instances where I was like, wait, what's going on? Is it Binty or Bunty or Banty or Bunty? And I just fucking went with my gut. Like, is it Brett or Brett Spiner? No, I feel really good. Alex is a great dude and a great player. So for me, this is like kind of like a statement win. Do you know what I mean? Because last year I played Robert, and I did really well, but I lost. And then in teams we kind of keep coming up to these really top tier level teams and then just losing. So yeah, now this really feels really good.
Yeah. Jake, thoughts on Abel's performance?
Yeah, I really loved that every time you were doubting yourself a little bit, you trusted your gut, and every time it was right. So to me, that's a sign of just how far you've come as a player. And I think particularly against an opponent today like Alex, that's something where it's just you like being right with your gut every time. Like, you need that, because there's just no margin for error against a player of his caliber. And you showed that you're climbing up to the high level. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Abel today. And I can't wait to see him continue to get better and continue to be a handful for the rest of this league.
Also, I had a ton of like really hard to pronounce Dutch footballer names in round 3 for
you still went kind of hard on me. This is like Tim's nightmare.
It was fun to watch. I enjoyed myself. But yeah, no, congratulations. And you'll get the chance. I look forward to seeing you be a handful for people as well. You'll get the chance to do that again very soon, as you'll be moving on to another match, which may or may not be leading somewhere special. Truth, I'm just going to be on a chance, but we don't really know yet. It might go somewhere cool. It might just, go there. But you're going to be playing, not that Alex isn't a high caliber player, he absolutely is, but in terms of rankings, you're going to be playing a high caliber ranked player in the form of Tyler Birch. Tyler Birch will be your next match. Thoughts, hesitations, nerves, fears?
I sort of know what this is like. Robert knows what this is like.
I've played him like 6 times, and he's beaten me every single time. It's so annoying.
Well, you know what? If you fall down 6 times, you get up 7. So I think like I said before, I think you've come a long way since some of the last times you played Tyler. So I don't think that he can take you lightly, nor do I expect him to. But I think, we got our work cut out for us, admittedly, but I actually am really confident that I think you can beat him. I really do.
I like this underdog role, though. Let's stick with that.
It worked. Listen, it worked for me for 2 years, so I can relate. Let's do it.
Abel, congratulations on the win. We'll see you again very soon. And Tim, why don't you bow on it?
Yeah, great match. Really close the whole time. Great round 1, 2, and 3. And again, 37 minutes went to the final question. Like, these guys were just, it was great. Great match. Love it. So that's it for us today. Thank you to Jake and Abel. Thank you to Alex and Koho. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. See you guys next time. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.